Alright, hey, what's up everyone? It's been a while since I've done a video. I do apologize for that first. But before I begin, I want to say excuse me for the way that I look or whatever. I'm in bed. I'm sick. And I keep trying to remember to do this video for you guys, an update. I've gotten a couple messages from people wondering, what's been going on since my husband left and went to basic. And this is in retrospect to my joining the Army with the GED and no college credits thing. Blog that I've been doing or whatever, excuse me. If I do a lot of coughing in this video, please excuse it. Like I said, I'm just now getting over a cold I have, so please excuse me for that. It is Saturday morning. It's like 10:15 a.m. here. I'm in North Carolina still. Anyone that sees my background knows we're still at the apartment we were at. But let's get into the video and update. Excuse me. So, my husband graduated from basic training August 9th, 2018. I don't know if I did an updated, if I did a video, I cannot remember. Guys, please forgive me. I have, like I said, foggy brain from being sick. But yeah, he graduated August 9th. We went down to, me, my mom, and our two girls. We drove down to Fort Benning, Georgia from North Carolina to go to my husband's graduation at Fort Benning. He then was, they had for people, they have a family day and they have graduation day. Family day is you go that morning, you see them do like a few routines. Basically, you pick them up and they spend the day with you. Then you bring them back and they prepare for graduation, and then you meet up at the graduation site the next day. You see them do their graduation, the routines, stuff they have. They use like a band. They have like a little showing of different maneuvers, and it's pretty cool. They have like music and lights and smoke and all types of really cool stuff like that during the graduation. He graduated, and then he the next morning after graduation, they were shipped off. I actually put them on buses, which is pretty weird. Because some people that were going to Virginia from Georgia, they got on a plane, but my husband was going to Missouri, and they actually put the people that were going to Missouri on a Greyhound bus and sent them to Missouri on a Greyhound bus. So he got to Missouri for AIT. He actually finished and completed AIT on September 28th, 2018. He graduated for AIT. He was on holdover status there and has been. Like I said, he graduated September 28th, 2018. And today is October 27th or 28th, somewhere around there. Excuse me for not knowing that day. Like I said, I've been in bed and sick lately. So, he's been on holdover status there for almost a month. So he's basically still sitting where he graduated at. Because, for one, our daughter has an EFMP in place, which I'll make a video for anyone that's wondering about EFMP, but I'll give you a really quick overview of it. And EFMP is basically like it's like a medical check. If you have a child that has some sort of medical condition or mental health thing or learning disability, or there's quite a few other issues, disabilities and things that if you or one of your children, basically when your spouse's dependents have any sort of disability. My phone is doing a weird focusing thing. I got a new phone too, by the way. I'm still learning how to use this thing, guys, so please forgive me. Hopefully it's going to refocus itself. Anyway, if anyone has a disability, you have to do an EFMP. It's required by the Army to do an EFMP. Our daughter has ADHD that she takes medication for, and she also sees a neurologist because she's a really weird moving disorder. There it goes, the focus back. She's a really weird moving disorder. They're not sure what it is yet, so she has an EFMP in place. And that's one thing that kept my husband on holdover, because if someone has an active EFMP, they have to find a base, a duty station base, whatever you want to call it, that can accommodate the person with the needs that so that they can still get to the doctors and have the educational or mental health or whatever they need done. So it sometimes takes a while. What we were basically told is that they have like, they'll send the EFMP to a base, and the base has like 3 days to reply yes or no if they have everything that that dependent will need or whatever, which is pretty cool. I do applaud the military for actually thinking of the service members' families that need things. So basically, like I said, we have an EFMP in place, so that took a while, but also it took a while. My husband's been on holdover as well because he had like his thing was on holdover for like no shift holdover status because he had dental work done. When you get there, they he had wisdom tooth. He had never had his wisdom teeth removed, so when he got to AIT, they removed his wisdom teeth. So that was like a surgery they had done to him. He had stitches and certain things. He could not do PT for a while, and he was labeled in red, and then his label in AKO went from red to amber, and then from amber to green. The dental people were supposed to have updated his dental status a long time ago so that he could have shipped out, because our EFMP was approved on October 7th, 2018. So it was not supposed to be a delay, but apparently some sort of delay at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, which is where my husband did AIT at. So that held everything over. Anyway, he's been basically sitting there the whole time. He's not the only holdover. There's a lot of holdover. I think there was like 26 or 29 people that were held over for different things. The people are slowly but surely leaving from holdover status. While they're there at holdover status, they're graduates, so they're not going by the same rules as the students, people that are there for AIT. So they get their off-post passes, meaning they can go off-post and do what they want to do. They can pretty much so eat lunch where they want to, kind of thing. They have them there, like, doing odd jobs while they're there, like cleaning or helping with the laundry or something nonchalant but kind of annoying, like that they're just there doing while they're waiting to ship to the duty station or whatever. My husband has even so nonchalantly, he was kind of irritated about it, but had to do some sweeping because people came in with their boots were muddy and stuff. They've even had them like doing the laundry and helping fold and tie up the sheets that go on different bunks in the rooms. Different little odds and end jobs like that or whatever. My husband was getting more and more irritated because a lot of holdovers were leaving. He was still sitting there trying to figure out what was going on. I ended up making a couple of calls to some people that I knew, and we ended up getting, I guess, some information, trying to figure out what was going on, because they originally told us, when they told everyone else where their soft orders may possibly be, that we were going to end up going to Fort Eustis, Virginia, which is only about almost 2 hours from where we're at right now. I was kind of bummed because we go to Virginia all the time and kind of didn't want that. I was like, ugh. So I was like, but then over time I had kind of gotten used to the issue. I'm still kind of close to my mom. I can still hang out with my mom, have my mom come see me type of thing. My mom is 63, so I try to spend as much time with her as I can. But, I was like, okay, cool. Fort Houston, yeah. Well, it's only for a certain amount of time, before we end up PCS somewhere else in the next, 2 years or so. So I was like, okay, fine. So then, my husband actually informed me last week the soft orders were given in September, like about 2.5, 3 weeks after he got, sorry, my phone is taking, about 2.5, 3 weeks after he got to AIT. While he was still in AIT, he got the soft orders. So last week, my husband called me, and no, let me back up. The soft orders they gave us, they said were pending, because we were waiting because of the EFMP and my husband's dental stuff. So we had not heard anything else. Like I said, my husband graduated. He was still sitting there. It was getting really frustrating. Nobody knew anything. No one wanted to answer anything. My husband's just like, what's going on? I'm like, look, I need this dude to come to help take care of his kids some. So I need a break. Where's my husband? My kid's ready to see their dad. What's the situation? So then, anyway, my husband called me last week and he tells me that, he had gotten a note or a phone call, and it was from, HRC, the Army's HRC. They tell him that we have pending orders for Fort Bliss, Texas. Okay. Virginia, Texas. Totally different, but whatever. I'm kind of excited. I really hope it's pending orders. They're saying that they'll have stuff in writing by Wednesday to him, hard orders, which I really hope they do, because I want to go ahead and I want to go and find out where we're going to actually be at, so that we could put in for housing there. We couldn't put on the housing list. Yeah, so Fort Bliss, I'm hoping we go there. It will be a totally different change for myself and for the girls and for my husband as well. So I've joined a couple of groups for Fort Bliss. There's like a Black Army Wives groups there. There's community groups there and things like that. So I've joined those to try to find out as much as I can about Fort Bliss. Really hoping they don't have a really long waiting list for housing there. I'm hoping that we can get a pretty decent house there on post. We want to live on post, just what we want to do. But yeah, we talked, like I said, Fort Bliss is what HRC called and said we have pending orders for. I'm guessing that means that we'll end up driving to Fort Bliss, Texas from North Carolina, which I looked it up. It's like a 29-hour drive from North Carolina with 2 kids. Should be very interesting, but life-changing type of thing. I'm trying to think, make sure I didn't forget anything. I did go, and because my husband was on holdover status and everyone else had already left or whatever and was 28, and he was still there. I actually flew to Missouri, to Fort Leonard Wood, to go hang out with him. Since he was there, he was kind of bummed. He's ready to go. He hasn't seen his wife and his children in like 5 months. And he was a little out of it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go there. I flew to Fort Leonard Wood I was actually on a family trip with my family for a family reunion, and we were in Raleigh. So I flew out of Raleigh to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Very interesting experience. Anyone that's going into Fort Leonard Wood and they're going to fly, there is an airport there's a small 2-engine, like a little mini airport you have to get your ticket to fly from. You can only fly from the major airports with the main airlines, which is like from Raleigh to, I don't even know where I ended up at. I forgot. Where the heck was I? Oh, Charlotte. And then from Charlotte, no, I didn't start. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, from Raleigh to another major airport. I can't remember right now. So much crap going on. And then when you get to St. Louis, Missouri's airport, you actually have to get onto something called Cape Air. Cape Air is a very tiny, little personal airplane. It's a 2-engine plane. And I think my king-size bed probably has more room in it than that plane does. I'm claustrophobic and I do not like heights, and that was like the worst experience ever. Flying on Cape Airplane. We went out, we already saw the plane, we go down, I'm looking like, what is this? They're like, oh, it's a plane you can fly on. It was like me, and it was about 3 other people. It was like 2 soldiers that were going to be stationed there, and then it was like me, and it was somebody's mom that was coming for their graduation. For basic training there, because they have to do basic training there as well. And I'm like freaking out like on this plane. So we get on the plane. There's one pilot, and he's like sitting closer to me than you are on this computer. And he's like, hey, who's the scariest person up here? Everyone looks at me, because I'd already made it very clear, like, I'm freaked out. I don't like this. I don't know what's going on. It's too tight. It's too small. Oh my God. So I'm like, me. And he's like, oh, you know what? Come sit up here beside me in the co-pilot seat. I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, come sit beside me. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus, take the entire wheel. I sit beside him. He made the experience very easy for me, which was pretty cool. I still don't like flying. I still don't like those tiny planes. I basically prayed from the moment we started flying to the moment we actually hit the ground again. excuse me. But they're saying my husband's orders are supposed to be back to the store. You guys, sorry, I'm all over the place. My husband's orders are supposed to be cut Wednesday of this week coming up. Right now, it's Sunday, like I said, morning. Really hoping that we get some solid answers, because we still don't know. Because whenever we called, his first sergeant there at the barracks where he's staying is still staying Fort Eustis, but HRC, which anyone knows is like the head people there in charge for the military and the orders and stuff, says that we have pending orders for Fort Bliss. So we don't know if we're going to Fort Eustis, we're going to Fort Bliss, or they might throw something else out of anywhere. One thing I've learned with the military is that they'll throw something in somewhere, and it's just like, I don't know where to. Expect the unexpected is what I've learned with the military so far. So, yeah. Anyone that's entering, expect the unexpected. I don't know where we're going to end up at. It's getting a little frustrated because I still have the kids here. They still have school. We have to get this house packed together, which we're just going to go ahead and let the military movers do that. We have to drive to, someone's blowing a horn outside. I don't know what it is. Not Fort Leonard Wood. We have to drive to Fort Bliss, or if we're going to end up in Fort Eustis. I have no idea. All I know is I'm just waiting for them to tell us that we're going to be somewhere. And then I get my husband back, because it's been almost 6 months since I've actually been with my husband. So we're over this. My husband's like totally over it. I'm beyond over it. We're just ready for this crap to just be over. So I can see my husband, he can see me, my children are ready to see daddy. My 8-year-old, our 8-year-old has been having a hard time with it, because before this, dad was like always there. Dad was like never not there, and dad's missed a lot, in her little world the last few months. He's missed her birthday when she turned 8. He missed her first day of school. He's missed some of her doctor's appointments, which are pretty normal things I expect to happen while in the military. But she just kind of wants dad around. She misses playing with him, and she wants dad to come back. So I understand. Our 14-year-old daughter, she misses dad too. So we're just ready to get him back. I'm trying to make sure I covered everything so far to try to give you guys an update. I have my pictures from my trip to Missouri. I will try to do like a slideshow of them. They're going to be in my old phone, because my old phone, my husband got me a new phone. My own phone kind of started having a life of its own and didn't want to be a part of my life anymore, I guess. So he did upgrade me to a Note 9, which is what I'm doing the video on right now. I will try to keep you guys informed. I will let you guys know whenever we finally have 100% which base it is we're going to go to. I will let you guys know, how the housing thing works. I will definitely keep you guys updated with the EFMP thing. I will definitely give you guys more information on the EFMP. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for right now. If you guys want any more info, certain questions you guys might ask, I want to answer to, please do not hesitate to ask. I am learning as I go along. This is a total learning experience for me. I actually have met some pretty awesome women, wives of soldiers that are in the military, and they have helped and given me so much knowledge on things like that I'm totally clueless on. And I'm so thankful for that. Actually, today I have one of the ladies supposed to call me today. We're supposed to have like a meeting type thing on the phone where she's going to give me information on our whole moving process and what's supposed to happen as far as moving and stuff from here to Texas or wherever they put us at. And I will definitely try to pass that knowledge on to you guys. As I gain knowledge, I will try to get the knowledge to you for any newcomer wives that might be out there. And if there are any veteran wives that are out there that may have some information they want to share, please don't hesitate to, contact me or to add it to a comment below or something to help all of us out, because it's a process I'm learning from. No one has told me like anything. I'm just doing all the research I can. I have found out a few things by doing some of the reading and knowledge on the Army One Source site, which anyone whose husband or spouse is in the military, you can go to onesource.mil, I think that's what it's called, and it has a lot of training courses and things that you can get knowledge on. I went there. I had to do a online course with my husband in basic training in order for him to do a video for me or whatever. So, yeah, I'm going to end this video. It's almost 20 minutes long. I don't want to bore you guys. I probably have already. If you guys have survived to end the video, thank you for watching. And please subscribe. Later.